Hi, I'm Bree Van Scotter. I'm creator of Wilderness to Table. I'm a chef, hunter, author, and TV host. So I was born and raised in sunny Southern California. I was born and raised in Riverside. I had an awesome childhood in my book. I used to ride horses bareback with my mom, and I grew up fishing constantly with my dad. He is a saltwater professional bass angler, so the love of the ocean was definitely instilled in me at a small age. But it wasn't until I moved to Georgia that I dove head first, toes first, everything first into hunting and sourcing my own protein. And so now I live in Peachtree City, Georgia. My career as a hunter, I did not set out to do this. It was because I was a chef that led me to hunting. I have been a chef for over 15 years now. I've worked in kitchens all across the United States, and I've worked in some of the best restaurants. I come from a background in fine dining, but it wasn't until I became a culinary chef instructor where I became passionate about knowing where my food comes from. I would take my students to local farms and we would pick local produce, and I would teach them how to create menus with that. And then I kind of dove deep into our farming industry, and I didn't like what I saw, and that's exactly why I turned to hunting. So I turned to hunting to source the purest organic form of protein possible. And then when I was researching on the internet, when I got my first doe, I noticed that there was a lack of creative wild game recipes. So I decided to create Wilderness to Table, just a little blog site. I just wanted to share how beautiful wild game meat could be. And sure enough, this little blog site that could has turned into a little beast of its own, and it's now a TV show. I've been written up in magazines, I write for magazines, and here I am today with Bubba. So I wasn't always a hunter. I do get asked that a lot if I was, born and raised hunting with my dad, and I actually was not. My dad is actually a professional saltwater bass angler, so I grew up fishing non-stop with my dad. And actually my parents were anti-hunters. They were kind of against hunting, but pro-fishing. So my love of the outdoors definitely was instilled in me by my dad through fishing. And then as I grew up and became a chef and wanted to source pure organic protein, I wanted to go and hunt protein myself. And as a female, being in a chef-dominated world, which is a male-dominated industry, I should say, it was tough. And then I entered this hunting field, and I kind of learned it all on my own. Lots of fails, lots of trials and errors against my family. So I'm the little black sheep. I kind of did things differently. I was not raised hunting, so I learned about guns later in life, and I've been doing it ever since. So people say like, oh, yoga is my Zen place. I actually feel that being in the kitchen and cooking a meal for my family, whether it's baking for my daughter or rolling out homemade pasta or butchering fish, which I actually really love, it's almost my sort of escape. It's where I can rock out to music and just let go and have fun and be creative. And it is why I do what I do, and I just absolutely love cooking and being in the kitchen. Being a chef, the most important tool in the kitchen, doesn't matter what gas range, electric range you have, it's all about your knives. And knives are particular to each person, but when I saw Bubba's knives, I was really thrilled. They're very lightweight, they fit in your hand perfectly, they're ergonomic, and they're super sharp. To me, it was a perfect fit. I see Bubba being a perfect fit from going from the outdoor industry and fishing into the kitchen, because what you catch outside is what you're going to be preparing inside. So it makes a perfect fit to have Bubba create these culinary knives, which happen to be stunning, beautiful, and the workhorse in my kitchen. Today we are out here with Bubba Blades and we are fishing, and so far I've got the biggest yellowtail. So the ultimate lifestyle. I think I live a pretty cool ultimate lifestyle. I definitely live Wilderness to Table and water to plate every day of my life. I hardly ever buy protein or fish from the grocery store, which I'm very lucky to do and have the abilities to do. So for me, knowing exactly where my food comes from and harvesting it myself means so much more than going to the grocery store and not knowing where it came from. And to me, that is the ultimate lifestyle.
Okay, you ready? Go. Line. Stop.
I caught it, yeah.
Lift it. Stay. He grabbed him again.